So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, again to the interesting part is on the block edition. As mentioned earlier, we have an incredible guest today, one of Chicago's very own. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Mr. Marco. Well, let me back up. For Coach/Detective Marco Acevedo.
Yes,
How you
sir.
doing today, sir?
I'm great. Blessed. I'm blessed.
Man, thank you so much for joining our platform today. I know it's a busy time out here in these Chicagoland streets. We honor you. We appreciate you, brother. But let's just dive in, right? Interesting time right now in the city. How are you doing? How are you and your family holding up?
Well, like I say, we're blessed. I mean, it's been a busy time. We're working 12-hour shifts, and it's a trying time. The kids got they got their computer work, and they go to CPS school, so they everything is online now. So it's a little dicey, but hey, you know what? We can't complain right now.
That's what's up. That's what's up. We date back. I remember reading through your bio. 89. You're an alumnus of Truman College. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Truman College, 1989.
I see you repping your brand, current coach of Truman College baseball, revitalized the program. Dating back to 89, what foundation was that baseball team founded on? Who was the leader of that team?
Well, I'm going to tell you that the gym area, gymnasium at Truman College is named after Dr. David Rollins. So David Rollins was the athletic director, and he was the architect of putting the gymnasium together and getting it funded and put together. And he was our coach, and he was our athletic director. So I give him all the credit in the world.
So 89, you're on that team. What position do you play, Marco?
I was a second baseman.
Okay. 89, you're on that team. I saw you won some leadership roles, some leadership awards. What type of awards were those?
Well, I was at Truman Baseball from 87. I graduated 89. I was a member of the Phi Theta Kappa, which is a honor society for, city junior colleges or junior colleges across the nation. I was the MVP of the ball club. I was the captain. And, I was just, instilled into those leadership roles. And Dr. David Rollins was, really responsible for that.
That's what's up. So we move forward, right? You go on and you wind up, you play professional ball. Is that correct?
I played it's amateur status. I got paid, though, in Puerto Rico. So in Puerto Rico, I did go.
Okay. And then you came back home. You furthered your education at St. Edward's University?
Well, this is after I left Truman, I got a scholarship to Texas. So I left Truman College on a scholarship. So I got half academic and baseball. And so I went and lived out my dream in Austin, Texas, and played there, graduated with my bachelor's there, and then I came back home. Then I went to Puerto Rico and played.
Okay. Now, Marco, you're from Chicago, born and raised. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
What high school?
I went to Roberto Clemente High School.
Roberto Clemente High School, very familiar. Baseball program was outstanding back in the 80s, all through the 80s, all through the 90s, to be perfectly honest with you, always winning city championships. When you look at today's world and just this generation compared to your generation, what differences do you see in that community, if any?
The biggest difference I see is drive, dedication, and discipline. The 3 Ds that I lived by when I learned when I was a kid. The kids nowadays lack those 3 Ds: discipline, desire, dedication.
Say that again. I want to be clear.
Discipline, desire, and dedication to what they're doing.
Okay.
3 Ds.
And so one of the things that I heard you mention is that you had a powerful influence. And nowadays, I don't know. I think the power of influence is we don't look at it as strong as we did in the past. Do you think a lack of, just based on, what you do now, coaching the gentlemen, your path, being a detective here in the city, do you think that there's a lack of positive influence in our communities?
Well, I think there's a lot of role models in the community. It's just we have to give them the platform to be able to get out there, or the kids to see, hey, we got a regular guy here. Look at me, I'm a regular guy. I came from CPS. My high school was a 70% dropout rate back in 1987. I came in with 1,300 freshmen and graduated with a class of 300.
Mm.
And there were people motivating people to help me out at the school, but we still didn't have our people of color being the role models, being, normal people. I'm not talking about athletes or stars. Those are role models, but that's on a different level. How about your own? How about your own, like, can walk into school and say, hey, I was here, now I'm this, now I'm that. So that's the problem we're having. But I think you guys at Truman are trying to bridge that gap by, creating these forums and having the 100 black men and the
Men of
programs.
color in education.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's interesting. The interesting part is we're talking to the most interesting people about the most interesting things in their lives. My name is Kiss Allen. I'm your host. We're powered by Steam Ambassadors. Today's guest, Coach / Detective Marco Acevedo. I appreciate you coming on, man. These are interesting times. I know I called you. You said, hey, doing 12-hour shifts. Really don't know, but you made time for us, and we truly appreciate it. In today's world, decision-making is important. One of the things I was most impressed as you build out the baseball team was the number of student athletes that you were able to kind of talk to and bring on board. What went into, as we talk about influence and foundation, what went into that, how you interacted with those students?
Well, it also comes with is the teamwork. Baseball is a team. So I hired one of my great friends who played at Truman, Coach Arizaga. He's my assistant coach. And one of my presidents with the police department, Eric Bermudez, I had these guys come on, and they supplied some other talents, to try to bridge the gap with other kids. So these guys were really influential, really educated as well. And they knew they had different ingredients that I couldn't provide. And that way we put it all together, and we were able to recruit the inner city kids, kids of color, and diversity from all different neighborhoods.
Yes.
So we were able to put that all together and do what we do.
That's it. And so I read a quote, and I don't know if this was on your page. It said, if you want to go fast, you do it alone. But if you want to go far, you do it together, right?
Yes, sir.
And what we saw, and I know that the campus was lit up around the way that you brought this team on campus. They were always so mannerable. They walked around with a certain amount of bravado that the campus needed. They definitely played into the One Truman mantra. 25 years on the force, CPD. Being in Chicago, being a police officer can be somewhat challenging. How have you made it, to say the least? How have you maintained? I mean, when I see your body's in shape, your mind, you're always on point. What are some of the things that you've done to kind of stay locked in?
Well, I'm going to tell you this. I grew up in the city of Chicago. I'm a product of the city of Chicago. I'm a product of CPS, a product of Truman College. So I have all the ingredients. I know what it takes to indulge or engage with people and be respectful of every group. I went to a rich college at St. Edward's University. So I was able to interact with all types of groups, whether it be Caucasian, African-American, Asian. So and I know how to treat people. I know what it takes to be successful. And that ingredient I used when I came here at Truman, and it just meshed together, because you got to know how to talk to people. You got to know how to bridge the gap with people. And that's the problem we're facing now. We have leaders that cannot do that.
Wow. So I know that you're on the other side in terms of having those conversations. I'm sure that you're a role model in your current job to some of the officers there.
Well, I'll tell you that within my department, I'm a detective. I put together several youth programs, which going on for a couple of years. Which I don't ask for the exposure, etc. But last week we were on all the channels, and I took my baseball team, which is Chicago Police Baseball, the Chicago Knights, and we volunteer at a food pantry. So we've been doing that for a month straight. I mean, without fanfare. They came out last week, the media, but these are little things that you try to do, try to give back to the community, You're not trying to get publicity. You're just trying to do it because you're good people and you know where everybody comes from.
I think it's important, man. I see you out here, and before you and I even knew each other, you were just a positive energy in and around. So definitely appreciate you. We got to get back to work. As a city, we have to get back to work, not only mentally, right, kind of mending some of those fences, but physically. And in your estimation, what does this rehab look like first mentally? What does that rehab look like?
Mentally, we gotta get on the same page, and instead of separating everybody, we need to say, hey, let's like Bruce Lee said, let's worry about the humankind, not every different kind, the humankind together, the human being. Treat us as human beings, everybody as human beings. And then when we start talking about race and everything, then maybe we'll be able to heal. Morgan Freeman said it best. He said, hey, let's stop talking about it and just make the change. If we keep talking about it, we can't make the change. What are the adjustments we got to make? Let's make the change.
Kind of stand up in there. And then when we talk about rehab physically, what are your thoughts around how we need to get back out here and collaborate to build because I'll tell you, Coach/Detective Acevedo, our downtown area and our Michigan Avenue area, it don't need much. I mean, I was out in Frankfort, Illinois, nothing going on. I was out in some of the outskirts. It's our inner city. How do we begin to kind of physically build that back up?
Well, what I do know is that the city of Chicago has unlimited resources as far as TIF money is for different neighborhoods. And the TIF money is just like a bank of money on the side, and they use it for different projects, different building projects in the city. And we gotta allocate some of that. We gotta go back to the neighborhoods and give it to the people who definitely need it. But put positive programs that are gonna work. Don't just throw money at something and it's not gonna work, because then you're wasting the resources. Put it with people like yourself. Give you guys the money and hey, put something together. Don't give it to somebody who's not gonna get it done. And that's the problem we face.
That's what's up. So truly appreciate you, man. We're going to jump in here. Not going to hold you much longer. I know you are out there making it happen, man. We want to wish you all the luck in terms of being safe. We're going to jump into rapid fire. I'm just going to throw out some words. And I heard you mention a couple of them early. But I think it's important that our audience know that you're a family man.
Yes, sir.
You're a resident of the city of Chicago, born and raised right in the hood. Anyone who knows where Clemente is, I know it's fancy over there now, but right there on Division and what's that, Division and Western?
Yep, yes, sir.
Yeah, that was an interesting neighborhood back when I was growing up. But rapid fire, just tell me the first thing that comes to mind. All right?
Yes, sir.
Teamwork.
Discipline.
Passion.
Clemente.
Work ethic.
Myself.
Roller coaster or Ferris wheel?
The city.
Why?
Chicago, man.
You caught me on that one. When I say roller coaster or Ferris wheel, why do you say Chicago?
Because that's where we're going up and down. We got curfew sometimes. We got this going on. We got the COVID going on. We got it running. We're all over the place. We're trying to get that together. That's the problem.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Roller coaster.
Is there going to be a new norm, or should we just prepare ourselves to be uncomfortable for a little while?
I say by July 1st, we'll know that.
Okay. So in parting, right? What is it that perhaps I didn't ask you, right? Because once again, you're a man about town. You understand the how this city is laid out. What is it perhaps that I didn't ask you that you want our audience to know about you and what you do?
Well, what I want them to know is that I'm a role model. I'm for everyone, for humankind, human beings, but I want to be able to give back because I came from the neighborhood and I know the ingredients. I know what it takes to be successful. So I think we need to have a platform to get it out there more so that is more publicized. You're talking about publicity. Publicize. Hey, this guy came from here, like you. The same with you.
That's
You
it.
go out there with the kids, you recruit, and you do that. They know who you are, and they're like, man, I want to be like that guy. That guy got energy. That guy is a teacher. That guy can be an instructor. So we need to get people. You know, like I said, I'm not bragging, but people like myself, hey, give him a teaching job. He's experienced. He got his master's. He got an MPA. Get in the classroom. How many people of color in the classroom teaching law enforcement, teaching social science? Come on now, there's not that many. And then when they go on there with the qualifications, it's like, well, we're not hiring because you didn't have that specific this and this. Come on now, you got 25 years experience. You taught. I used to teach at the police academy. I've been everywhere. So I mean, I'm not advocating for a job. I'm just saying we have people qualified, so put them in their spots. Simple as that.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Coach Acevedo, man, we appreciate you. I know that these are trying times. I want to personally tell you to be safe. I look forward to you getting back on campus and seeing you, shooting the breeze. Coach Acevedo and I both serve on the coaching staff here at Truman College. Coach is the head, as mentioned earlier, the head men's baseball coach, and I serve as the head women's basketball coach. So we find ourselves kind of pontificating and shooting best practices at each other. I steal a lot of your disciplinary type of model and foundation that you put in place. So we truly appreciate you today, man. Stay safe, continue to serve and protect, and we look forward to seeing you.
Yes, sir. Right? God bless. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Keep it going.
Thank you all so much once again. This has been another edition of The Interesting Part Is on the Block. My name is Kiss Allen. I've been your host. We are powered by esteemed ambassadors. Today's guest has been the one and only coach, Detective Marco Acevedo. We want to thank you. And in parting, remember, love yourself and love what you're all about. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.
Thank you.